Alright guys, it's another hot day in Arizona, so we're going to be in the shop again, and what we have here are two waveguides out of a microwave. And these are the magnetrons here, and the magnets are inside there and there, and here and here. So we're going to take these apart because the inside of this magnetron in here is copper. And this insulator here on both sides can be beryllium. I don't know that it is. I think anymore that the companies are actually going to something a little less expensive than beryllium. So what we'll probably do is start taking this thing apart so we can get at the aluminum in here. This is all aluminum, these fins on both of them. These are aluminum. So we'll get after it here in just a second, get a couple other tools out. Be back. Alright guys, you might have noticed I broke down and got a couple new pair of gloves out of the dredge box equipment. And I usually start here. You can see this is an edge that's it's just kind of crimped right here, and we should be able to take dikes and do something like something here. Yeah, this one's pretty tough. Just want to peel that away a little bit to get it started. Wow, that's a good one. That is a good one. No, that's not doing exactly what I wanted it to, but maybe, just maybe. Yeah. That's how that comes off, and these are copper, both of these, and we'll take them out. Need to clip them here and there, and that's a big piece of copper wire. So let's see if we have better luck on this guy. He looks a little easier. Let's see, where are we? Right about there. All I need is a little hole there. There we go. There we go. Again, you don't have to be careful with that. Boy, look how dark those are. Those have been hot, haven't they? Okay, so that's that part of it. And typically what you can do is clip it here. Clip it there. That way we're not messing with that insulator. And you can do, pull that out. You can get a hold of it, and there's a little piece of junk right there. And we'll just get that out of there, and then do that. There you go. There's the wire. Come on. Monday morning. Wow. two. That one over there. Bring this one over here. This is cut already, so we'll do that. And that one fell right out, didn't it? Okay, so there's 4 pieces of wire. As soon as I get this thing out of here. There we go. 4 pieces of copper. All right, that's how we started, and now we'll continue from there. Be back in a minute. All right, guys, these look identical, but they're not. They just vary a little bit on how they come apart. Now these pry apart here. There's a fold over little tab right there that you can bend out with a screwdriver probably. And this one has screws in it, so we'll do this. Don't know which one of these is newer. I don't know that it matters a whole lot. Wow, there's a screw inside there. Stuck on the magnet. Obviously somebody's had this apart before and dropped a screw. There we go. Don't know where that come from. So, that being said, let's do this. Okay, and now this is steel, like those 2 other covers. And this is the aluminum. And this here is brass. I'm gonna go on the brass. This here's magnet number 1. We've got a little steel retainer there. So let's look at this guy and see if I remember how to do these. Okay, I think the way this one's going to have to go right here. Hang on. Let's do it this way. This is bent back on itself here, which is just a much cheaper way to do it than putting a screw in. Okay, and if I can get a screwdriver in there now, it should come right apart. Of course. I really ought to have this on my other bench so I can be more destructive. Is not being nice to me. So let's not waste air time, and I'll be back as soon as I get that. Alright guys, so I did get it off of here. This one, you can see, this one had a couple screws and pry it off and it was good, and this one had these tabs bent both ways that kept that on. So that's that. That's out. Get our little piece of brass. Man, that's a good magnet. I've got a whole collection of these magnets over on the bench, because I've done several of these. Well, that's a bigger washer, isn't it? Bigger washer. And it's obviously steel. Steel pile. And one magnet. And we'll continue on with this guy. Yeah, this one's, I don't know if this one's newer or older, but you can see the magnetron's burnt here pretty good. Of course, that's where all your direction. The magnets, well, it's called a magnetron. The magnets aim the ray through here, and it changes its shape right here, and that's what cooks your food. I don't know if that's interesting or it's just this news. Let's see. Okay. Well, and although these are really strong magnets, they are really delicate. Neodymium magnets are really brittle, and they break easily. That's steel, obviously. So there's two magnets. So now we're down to the aluminum, and there's the other magnet on the inside here. So get that out, those two. And now we got a junction box with an insulator on it. We'll probably take those blades out there, brass. Everything else looks like steel. These are aluminum, with the exception of the magnetron itself. And we'll probably just peel these to get them off. So, and there's one now that are aluminum. Or my magnet, yeah, they're aluminum. So let's see, what do we got here? This one being so much different than the other one. We'll do that. Take this. Gosh darn, those are tough magnets. Woo! Yeah, this one. Yeah, see, there's just little differences. This has a retainer ring on the inside of that magnet that has little ears bent up holding the magnet in. So maybe I can pull that down from the inside. All right, be back. All right, guys, let me show you what was different about this. This is sitting on my magnet here. Now this comes off now. So there's another magnet, but this is what was different. All these little tabs here were bent up on the inside of that magnet, wouldn't let it come out. So we'll get this out and get that off. Then this will be all steel. All right, be back. All right, guys, I got two of these out now. This one came off when I pulled it apart. These are aluminum. And you can see there's more here. So I might do this a little different than most, but that's okay. So what I do is pry it up so I got a little room. I can't see a dang thing I'm doing here. All right. Then take dikes. And if you're really, really talented, you can probably pull that by itself. And obviously I'm not talented today, so it's not wanting to come, but I got another tool. So this should do it. It's almost off of there now. This one's just stubborn, isn't it? There we go. So that's how those come off. I just, like I said, I just pry it up so I can get it and deal with the So sometimes you can do this, and it's right, and this is going to slide on this part. That's not a light cable anything, so you want to snuffer. The closer you get it to that center, the better off you are. There we go. That one came out real easy. No, you guys might have an easier way of doing this. This is the way I've done it for years, so it's just the way it goes. Oh, I think I can pull that one up off of there, but I can't. Good dog, you. So I got quite a pile of aluminum here, but it doesn't amount to anything. Almost. You know, when you're doing this stuff, you got to learn how to make faces while you do it, because everybody expects you to make a face. So I did, but I didn't show you. So there it is. That's a magnetron. This insulator here can be beryllium. This is what we're concerned with, and just to keep things safe, here what we're going to do. Let me clean this up just a touch here. We're going to take, on these two edges, I'm going to cut right beside it and pry this apart. But I don't want to make any dust out of this stuff. I don't think that's beryllium, being it's white. I think that's probably just a ceramic. This one's pink. I'm not sure what it is for sure. But we will deal with that in a similar fashion. Okay, be back. Alright, so I already got one of the pieces of aluminum out of here. And actually I just used a screwdriver on it. And this one's coming apart much easier than the other one. Just with a screwdriver so far. If you get too impatient like me, you just do that and pull it apart. Now the other one wouldn't come apart that way for some unknown reason, but it doesn't have any choice because I'm in charge today. That's how they're supposed to come off. They're just aluminum cooling fans, and all of them together don't weigh anything, so there that one is. Now we're down to the magnetron itself. There it is. So here's two magnetrons. Where's my magnet? Yeah, see the magnet on this upper edge is not copper, and it'll probably look like copper. So we're going to do like cut on each one of these, and I'm just looking here to see how I'm going to do this. I don't want to get into that insulator. I need one of them. I think I'm going to be far away. I think it's going to be a big deal. So let's pull these guys off. That should come right off. Good. There it goes. So you can see the copper inside here. And this may be steel, or it might be, that's steel. Sometimes it's stainless. Let's see. And this one, I don't know either. There's a little mark inside this. Oh. I broke it, but I didn't make any dust. And that appears that's not oh, I see. It's copper inside, and it's got a metal case on it that one's probably stainless. Alright, be back. Alright guys, so where we're going to cut is right here where this edge is. As you can see, that is steel. So we're going to cut it right there. Okay, that took a little longer than I thought it should, but that's okay. We'll do the same one here. Now this is going to look like it's copper, but it's not. And if you can't, or you don't have an angle grinder with a cutoff wheel, use a hacksaw. I think let's see. So I drove that in there a little ways with this little screwdriver. Well, it's a bigger screwdriver, but the thing is you got to keep it tight here. And you just want to make this a little bit bigger. And we'll bring out Bertha. Keep that tight. Okay, and let's prove it. There it is. It looks like copper, and it ain't copper. So I'd like to cut that. There we go. And this is not steel. And this is copper. And that is copper. And he's being tough this morning. What's the deal? And that's steel. So that goes in the steel pile, that's copper, and that's copper. But whatever the heck the camera is here. It's a pretty good chunk. I think these weigh about 2.5 ounces, so. But I'll put that in number 2 because it's discolored. Be back. Guys, this is it for the magnetron. You can see here this little curly wire. That's from the magnetron. These 2 copper pieces here are from the other magnetron. And I'll show you the aluminum and the steel. I'll be back. So the majority of this is sheet steel. You know, it's the colors and that from the magnetron, from the waveguide. So, and this is the aluminum. It's just all those little heatsink fins, and a little piece I found here in the shop. So that's it for this one. We're going to call it quits right here. So if you like this video, you know the story. Give a thumbs up, share, subscribe, come back again, give it a great comment. Thanks again for watching.